guys, today's video is going to be all about Venom.
Venom is the latest from Sony Marvel. And we follow the character of Eddie Brock, who's played by Tom Hardy, who's a news reporter. He gets all of the inside scoop on all the bad people, takes down a lot of bad people. And his main interest now is this guy called Carlton Drake, who has started this project called the Life Project, which is sending rockets up into space to find new life forms. And he brings a rocket down, and on re-entry, basically, yeah, it doesn't go well, and one of the experiments gets loose, and then the others get returned to his lab. And let's just say these things they like to call, what are they called? Semiote? The semiotes. And when these experiments start getting really dangerous, one of the doctors from the Life Project goes to Eddie for help. He breaks into the lab and is now in contact with this life form that calls itself Venom. So he is having to deal with his daily life while having a semiote inside him, which happens to have super strength, can climb incredibly tall trees very fast, and is just all around dangerous. There's a lot of hatred towards this movie, even
really was,
with the trailer. People were just like, this doesn't look good. And then it came out earlier this week and people were like, well, this is just the biggest pile of trash we've ever seen. And we're here to tell you, if you go in with the right expectations,
It was normal.
you might actually enjoy yourself.
I mean, I feel like I'm one of those people that every single review we've done on here about superhero film, but like, I hate it, trash, anything to do with Marvel in the past like year, like I've been like, I didn't enjoy that. But actually this, I genuinely quite enjoyed.
All the Marvel fanboys are gonna be on your tail now.
Because I just have like the absolute opposite of anyone else saying. I'm like, I'm gonna surprise you and say that I actually like this.
Well, the thing is, because everyone's been hating it and calling it trash and everything, basically you go into this movie with the lowest of the low expectations.
We really
and
do.
if you do that, then you might actually end up liking it. Like,
yeah. I mean, there was problems with it.
yeah,
Like, it wasn't perfect.
It's not a perfect film.
But you're never gonna please everyone. But
except, what did we see the other week that was amazing?
oh, A Star Is Born.
A Star Is Born.
Was perfect.
Or Searching. Perfect.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. I had a lot of issues with it.
Okay.
Basically, the first quarter, maybe half, took the route of sort of sci-fi horror film. And I thought that really worked. I was just like, I'm into this. I like the atmosphere here. I like where they're going with this. And then halfway through, as Venom went into Eddie Brock's body, things started to get a little bit weird.
Yeah.
There was a lot more comedy than expected. It wasn't as dark as
But that
it
is
should have
Marvel
been,
though,
but
isn't it?
it is Marvel, that is true.
The thing is, I didn't feel like the comedy was as forced as it usually does. Like, for me, it, like,
I actually laughed quite a lot.
For me, it was like just genuinely funny.
Like the banter between like Eddie and Venom
whereas,
was
like,
just
it
genuinely
wasn't
funny.
like, you know, like Deadpool humour that is like constantly ridiculous
in your face,
and you're
yeah.
like, okay, this is getting just annoying now. I want to see the story.
Yeah.
It had the funniness as well as it being like action-packed.
Yeah.
And all that stuff going on.
So like Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and as Venom was like
It was
really
hilarious.
good and hilarious.
Yeah,
Like, they have like this really weird
A
chemistry.
weird like in a monologue situation.
It was just funny.
It worked.
Like I was a bit disappointed that they didn't take the whole like horror sci-fi route, but like when I was getting into it, I was like, you know what,
Yeah.
I can deal with this. I've prepared for this, and I'm just gonna take it as it comes.
Yeah.
And I genuinely quite enjoyed it.
Is there anyone that you really hated? Because I really didn't like Michelle Williams in this.
She's an odd choice because usually she's just crying at something.
I just felt that she was so bland, and I want to love her, but like it was so like she's all like, oh yeah, I can fight ugly. I'm like, you literally just turned on a switch. Like you did.
It's like, yes, okay, you're a bit smart, but you didn't do anything.
Yeah, but I mean, anyone that retained that information would have just thought of that, surely. Like,
so
I felt like she could have maybe been a bit more in the action. I know she had like a slight bit of action, don't want to spoil anything, but like she could have done more, you know?
She was an odd choice, and I feel like other actresses could have played this off a little bit better.
Yeah, it was just a bit like, why are you here? You're just really boring.
Yeah,
But she has that effect on a lot of people, you know?
Yeah, she's an odd choice in a lot of things. Like in The Greatest Showman, she's an odd choice in that.
Yeah,
so
like,
anything which doesn't involve Michelle Williams being miserable does not work.
exactly. Like,
I really liked Riz Ahmed as Carlton Drake.
yeah.
I thought he played the villain role so well.
He really
like,
did.
this guy really just hates humans and like is in love with these symbiote
And he just
things.
has like so much money that he's just like,
He's
I can do
literally
what I
gone
want.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the terrifying where he's not actually, you don't see him really doing anything physically scary, like himself. But yeah, he has the power to do literally whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
And
more terrifying.
His thought process is very scary.
Yeah, that's more terrifying, him being literally like a psychopath than
yeah.
actually just physically beating people up.
It's probably like one of my favourite Marvel villains in a while.
I feel like it's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, like, because it was a bit more subtle.
It
than,
really
like,
was.
the punch, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just
I
thought his
liked
mindset and everything, like, his view towards humanity was just quite scary.
It was.
And I think he plays it off really well.
He does. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
That's pretty great.
I love Jenny Slate as well. And I feel like, I mean, I just love Jenny Slate.
Anyway,
Like, I would
as a
watch
human.
her in anything.
Yeah, she's great.
Because she is great.
Like, it was only a matter of time, I think, before she was in a Marvel movie, I think.
yeah.
Because
Like,
she's
I
really
feel
coming
like
into her own now, so.
she's very expanding on her roles of like not just being like funny or like really depressing. It's like
Yeah, it's like, you could either be like Obvious Child,
yeah,
or
obvious
you could
child
be like
or Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa Saperstein from Parks and Rec. You know, there's a bit of variety in there for
Yeah.
Jenny Slate. You know, like, people can think it's trash because they're probably gone in with expectations that it's going to be like this
Yeah.
masterpiece, when obviously it's not. So you could think it's trash. I haven't read the comics, so I don't know how accurate
I feel like
it is,
apparently
but-
I've read that it was quite accurate to the comics, but it's still people aren't happy with that. So I'm like, well, you're never going to
People are
please
never
anyone, are
happy,
you? But
let's be
I
real.
genuinely enjoyed it, and I thought I was going to be like, this is boring. I've just wasted like however many hours of my life. But I was genuinely like, yeah.
I thought some of the fight scenes were pretty cool. Like the
They
way they
were
like
quite good,
morph
yeah.
Venom and everything. It's
It was
pretty
cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's just a bit like, man, it's like, yeah,
It's like, you know,
just
roll
like,
with it.
I'm content with it. I have no major feelings either way.
Exactly.
Like it was,
Me either.
it was just,
It's not in my top 5, it's not in my
Alright.
top worst,
It was
you know?
alright.
Like,
it was just alright.
it was.
Like the music was quite cool.
Mm.
I love that Eminem song at the end. That was cracking.
You know what Venom made me want to do? Go back and watch the original
Yes,
Spider-Man.
Even though
Even though they were terrible.
they were terrible, but they were like so bad that they were good.
This is what this film is like.
I don't think it's that bad. To
I
be
wouldn't-
fair.
yeah, I wouldn't
it's
say
not
it's that bad,
Gotta
but,
give
like-
it some props because Tom Hardy is like pretty great.
It's pretty great.
Like,
but, like,
I just
it
liked how he played this character. I thought it was
you
fun.
know, it's got the sort of Sony Marvel cheesiness as the original
I don't
Spider-Man
think it was like
trilogy has.
too cheesy. It was like just the right balance for me. Like
Yeah.
I wish more superhero films were like that kind of balance of like actually being funny without having to like force it on people of like making ridiculous stupid jokes. It was just like genuinely funny from his body language or what was happening. But I think the
Hardy
whole
does
like
comedy pretty well.
yeah, he really does.
It's alright.
He's like
Wasn't the big heaping pile of trash
no,
everyone makes it
really
out to be.
wasn't. So
If you go in with the right expectations, you're gonna be fine.
yeah.
Your life is not gonna be ruined. It'll be fine.
I'm sure you can go and cry about it at home, but it's not going to make any difference. So
Okay, so
yeah.
subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Emma's channel, subscribe to this channel.
Next week we have Secret Cinema.
Oh,
So we have no idea what we're reviewing in the next video. It could literally
be anything.
be anything.
Well, maybe not something that's been released already.
No,
But-
that'd be really disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea at all.
I'm hoping Bad Times at El Royale, but that's out next weekend.
That would already be. No, yeah. No.
I don't know. Maybe what's it called? The war thing that I've forgotten what it's called.
Overlord.
Overlord. I'd be hyped if it was Overlord.
Yeah. I'm quite happy to see anything really.
Yeah, as long as it's
As
not
long as-
Fantastic Beasts 2.
Don't ever stop.
Right, we will see you next week, I suppose.
Yes. Okay, bye.